The Trick of Treating by Elspeth Taylor. Come on, Lola, we need to go trick-or-treating, whined Tom impatiently. I'm coming, Tom. I'm just getting ready, Lola replied. Lola is a perfect girl who is 10 years old, as well as Tom, who is 5 years old, and is not responsible at all. Did I mention very impatient too? Lola and Tom both really like Halloween. It's something about the surprise and the scares that makes it so fun. Finally, Lola came rushing down the stairs in a great zombie bride costume. They got their candy bags and walked down the street. They went to house number 8, where Mr. and Mrs. Donald live. Trick or treat, shouted Lola and Tom in unison. They liked that Mr. and Mrs. Donald lived on their street, because they're so nice and they give the best expensive candy out every year on Halloween. Lola and Tom went to loads of houses until 7:00 p.m. A few minutes later, they came across a haunted house. It was colossal and terrifying. They decided to go inside. As they went in, the creaking floorboards groaned as trembling footsteps stumbled along them. Tom and Lola shivered with fear until... Boo! Bellowed a deep voice coming from the spooky hallway. Suddenly, Tom got grabbed by a shadowy figure in the distance. Lola ran after the ghost-like thing until she ran out of breath and had to stop. The ghost was getting away. Lola suddenly caught her breath and sped into all different doors, but then got lost. One room was a cafeteria with slime smoothies, blood finger sausages, and mummy hot dogs. The next room was filled with spooky toys on the floor that needed to be tidied away, but Lola didn't have time to do that. So she ran up ahead to an even spookier room. She saw a black bathroom with a leaky tap and a broken toilet seat. She was terrified. In the distance, Lola saw another door, which she thought the ghost went in, so she decided to open it. As she walked in, the floorboards creaked again, as if made an alarm system to startle intruders who wanted their stuff. When she walked in, she saw Tom eating sweets like the one their sister Katie, who went to college last month, gave out at Halloween. She walked up to Tom and started shouting at him for eating some random sweets when no one knew where they'd come from. Suddenly, a girl came out of a ghost costume. But this was no ordinary girl. It was Katie. Katie? Lola asked. It's all me. It's me, old typical Katie, scaring her little siblings as usual, she giggled. You completely fell for it. I came back from college last week and thought, why don't I scare Lola and Tom since I've come back? Katie, seriously, Lola said, as they all came in for a big hug. The end. Or is it? Yes, it is.